Ever feel like you're drowning into life's chaos right after addiction? It's time to take back control. In this video, I'll guide you through redefining your priorities, setting fresh goals, and mastering the work-life balance you've been chasing. Ready to reset and thrive? Let's get started. But right before all of that, who am I? My name is Wesley, and my mission, my big purposeful mission, is to help prevent 1,000 men, for now, from getting to suicidal thoughts because of porn addiction. Killing themselves because of that addiction. These are my type of videos, and if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. Also, are you not tired of letting opportunities slip away? You find this beautiful girl inside of your class, but you can't talk to her. You don't feel like you have the balls to approach her. And if you approach her, you start to miss your words and you don't know what to say, and you kind of escape the situation. You go away because you don't have the self-confidence to talk to her. You don't feel like you're worth it, like you are worthy of her. And that's all because of your self-confidence. And the reason that you have this low self-confidence is because of your porn addiction. So if you're interested into resolving all of that, click the first link down in the description. On that, let's continue directly with the video. You're in your recovery journey or you're at the end of it, but in any way, now's the time to reassess your priorities and evaluate what's most important for you. Is it the family? Is it your career? Is it the money that you're making right now? Is it your health? Is it the relationships that you have? Is it your personal growth? These are all type of things that you can focus on, but you have to choose what is your priority right now, the thing that you want to focus on the most. For example, if it was family, then what goal can you set in place to improve your relationships with your family? So you have to reassess your priorities. When you have a direction to go, each decision that you make impacts the choice and impacts your life. So when you have a direction to go, it's easier for you to make and choose the right decisions. And I'll continue by saying that adding in a goal, creating new goals that are oriented towards that priority you set yourself, is going to allow you to really improve this path. So now that you have this priority, for example, let's keep the family as a priority. You want to reconnect with your family, reconnect with your sisters and your mother and father. Maybe you left them away. Now that you have your house, you're inside of your room and you don't see them as much. You see them maybe once every year, but you figure out that you see them just like maybe once every year. But right now your priority is to reconnect with them. You want to pass more time with them and not regret that when you were younger you didn't pass enough time with them, right? So your priority right now is to pass more time with them, reconnect with them. And now your goal could be that I want this year to at least see them 7 times, right? 7 times is your goal. So now the choice that you're going to make will be impacted by that goal, right? If you have, for example, Christmas that is coming, at Christmas, usually you will have the choice to either maybe pass the Christmas alone, pass the Christmas with your girl, pass the Christmas with friends, or go and pass Christmas with your family. You have 4 good choices. Each of these 4 are good choices that could impact your life differently, right? But because you remember that your goal right now is to pass time with your family, which choice are you going to make? The family, right? Because right now your goal is to pass time with them. That already impacted your life, right? Now you know that each time you're going to choose your family, because if you don't, you won't have passed enough time with them and you won't accomplish this goal that you set yourself, which is 7 times in the same year. You understand? So whether your goal is to excel at work, improve your health, or even strengthening your relationships, as the example I just mentioned, you have to make sure that this goal gives you a sense of purpose and direction. When you have a goal that respects these two elements, this makes it a good goal and way more easier for you to actually stick to it in the long term. And as I said multiple times, when you have this goal inside of your mind, each decision that you make have to be related towards that goal. And so you can see that my example that I usually use with the forest and the store kind of makes sense, right? When you have this path, this thing that you want to accomplish, every choice that you make is in order for you to accomplish that thing. So for example, if you want to create your business, everything that you're going to do with your money, you might think, oh, am I better investing it in my business or maybe buying this new shirt that will do basically almost nothing to me, right? Yes, it's a beautiful shirt, but it won't help me in my business. Am I better going to this restaurant right now or investing this $40 into my business? And you kind of see every choice that you have to make with your money related to that. Or am I better investing that money into my business or into that thing that I was going to buy with it? And most of the time you realize that investing into your business is a well greater idea than buying this thing that you were going to buy yourself. By doing that, first of all, you invest way more money into your business and you prevent yourself from spending impulsively on things that you don't really need. That's just if you choose that as a goal. If you have another goal, you see that it impacts every decision you have to make. And what I find sad is that most people go throughout life without any goal. They have multiple goals at the same time, and that makes it so that it doesn't help you with choices. If my goal right now is to pass time with family, to create my business, to go to school, to go find a work, when I have this decision, what do I have to do with my time right now? Maybe I have 2 hours in front of me. I have 4 goals at the same time, so I don't know what to do with that time. I could pass it with my family. I could go and study for my homework and for my school. I could go and search for a job for 2 hours and make my CV and everything. Or I could pass time with myself only and just focus on maybe reading or something. So you see that because I don't have a goal or I don't have too many goals, that doesn't help me anymore. It makes it more complicated because what do I want to do with this free time? If I have money to spend, what am I going to spend on it? Because I don't have only one goal. When you have only one goal and you focus at one goal at a time, each decision you make is towards that specific goal. You get my point, right? Work and life can sometimes be really hard. You have a lot of stress coming just from work, and life in and of itself is a stressful situation for some people. And if you don't create boundaries between your work and your life, the stress that you get from work will be coming into the stress that you get from your everyday life. And this can lead to either too much stress and potentially to a burnout, or maybe like to an addiction, because you think that this addiction will help you manage your stress. That's something that happens often with porn addiction. People think that the porn helps them with their stress, but in fact it doesn't help them at all, because the fact that you try to stop fapping creates even more stress. And when you go maybe 2-3 days without fapping, you kind of feel the stress inside of you. You feel that you're way more stressed and you kind of shaking and all because you want to fap. So porn doesn't help you with your stress. In fact, it creates even more stress when you don't do it. And the stress that it resolves is the stress that it first created. So it creates stress and help you manage the stress that it created itself. And you think inside of your head, oh yeah, it helps me manage the stress that I usually have. But after maybe 1 to 2 hours that you didn't fap, the stress comes back. And even more stress because now you didn't fap for 2 hours, right? So this doesn't help you at all. But because people are addicted, they doesn't see it that way. And that makes them keep on getting addicted to porn and prevents them from finally quitting this addiction. In order for you to create boundaries, you have to set time aside for example, self-care or hobbies such as exercises. Maybe you could be loving to go and play basketball, right? Or maybe you love playing hockey, you love doing sports. You're maybe the type of people that love to read or love to let their creative side on and maybe draw, paint, or write books. You have to find yourself a hobby and don't forget to practice that hobby, right? You have to put time aside to practice that hobby. And also relaxation to maintain your mental and physical health, because that's the more important. Your mental and physical health is way more important than you going to work every day or you prioritizing your relationships over other people, right? Your health and your mental health, your physical health is the most important, because if you lack one of those two, you will probably die. If you lack physical health, you might become super big and your heart will beat way faster and you will die sooner. If you lack mental health, you might get depression, loneliness, anxiety, shame, guilt, and you will finally begin to be on the path to kill yourself. And that's not what we want, right? That's what I'm trying to prevent from everyone. I'm trying to prevent them from getting on that path. So try to implement at least one of those three that I just talked about: the relaxation, practicing your hobby, and doing a self-care. Self-care could be just you taking care of yourself, right? Could be maybe just walking outside with the sun on you so you get vitamin D, and just meeting new people, talking with them, maybe making new friends. This is all self-care in a way, right? Finally, I want to finish by adding in the maintaining healthy relationships. It's important to not be alone in your life. When you're alone, this brings loneliness, which can lead to depression and other bad things, right? You want to be surrounded by good people, because surrounded by bad people is worse than not being surrounded at all. You maybe already heard that in your life, but you're better alone than with bad people, and you're way better with good people than alone. So you have this kind of ladder, right? And you have to surround yourself with people who supports your growth and well-being. And this makes me think immediately to family. Family is supposed to be there to support your growth and well-being. They're always there and always thinking about yourself and how are you feeling, what are you going through. They always want to help you become someone greater. Or you don't really have a great family, and that's things that happen, right? But usually people, family, are there to support you, and you should be there to try and support them also. So staying close with your family is something great, and you also have to try and surround yourself with friends that have the same vision as you. Friends that want to accomplish things that are close to you will push you to go even further in your life. Friends that don't have the same mentality as you will not push you further because they don't think the same way as you. If you're trying to become a millionaire, right? And your friend just wants to work all of his life for someone and retire at 65. You don't have the same mentality, the same vision. There's more possibility that he will come to you and say, oh, you can relax today. Do you want to go with me to the cinema? Or things like that, which are kind of distractions from your goal, right? But because his goal is just to work and he's already working right now, he doesn't feel like he's dissatisfied with his life, right? Where maybe you are. So this friend won't help you grind yourself and keep on going to the gym and keep on doing your things because he doesn't really have the same vision as you. Whereas someone that is in self-improvement and always trying to improve himself, when he sees that you're not going to the gym today, he won't say, oh, it's okay. He will say, why the fuck are you not going to the gym today? I am going and you're not. Why? Are you really that type of person? And you kind of see that this will make you even more want to go to the gym. You will see, hey, I'm not this kind of people, right? How is my friend still going to the gym and I'm not? I have to go to the gym. And now you're kind of surpassing yourself. Even though you didn't want to go to the gym, now you're going to the gym. Anyway, on that, take care of yourself. Mwah.